Dragon Ball Daima, Akira Toriyama's glorious, hilarious last hurrah, has just reached its thrilling conclusion. But the journey's not quite over yet, because I have managed to secure an exclusive preview copy of the Daima movie to share with you all today. And let me tell you, after all the trash and garbage and straight up cat shit I had to wade through for my last video, I've really been looking forward to taking a break and watching something great for once. The f*** is this? The f*** was that? I'm starting to think exclusive anime sneak peek at yahoo.ca may not have been entirely on the up and up. If you'll excuse me, I'm gonna run an ad right now just to cover any unforeseen expenses I might have this month. Also gotta make a quick call. Salutations, my sweet Anya! I have brought you an ordering of your most favoritist gaming poultice, Silence, fodder! I no longer permit inferior energy formulas entry into the temple of my bod, not even through my ear holes, for I have discovered the light, the way, the gamer sups. Oh? Well, there's no refunds, so... Foolish fodder. GamerSup's free sample program would have let you try before you buy, so anyone with a shipping address can experience their superior flavor profile and clean, jitter-free energy boost with no upfront cost. That doesn't really help me now. However, if you do send them a money, they can send you back many things, such as cup with pretty anime girl. I do like pretty anime girl. And how? They even have anime girl on Sport Jug now, and she sure does got some jugs under that coat, if you know what I mean. Ha! Boobs. Plus now they are doing delicious instant ramen and also tea. How unbelievably elegant. All this and more can be yours for 10% off with code BASEMENT at the link in the doobly-doo. Buy it now or my mom will hurt you. You ever wonder what the inside of your neck looks like? Yes, I'm sure it wasn't me. I don't even play Fortnite. No, not even with the Wait, they have Cowboy Bebop skins now? Ah, sorry, I'll call you back. I have a thing. So, what the hell is a super kid? Well, after 1945, the people of South Korea were pretty pissed at Japan for no reason, according to the Happy Science pamphlet I found in my mailbox yesterday. So pissed, in fact, that they banned almost all Japanese media from their country for the better part of the last century, including anime, even though anime didn't exist yet when that ban came down. But as we all know, anime is the second greatest form of art in existence, right behind Muppets, so in spite of the law, its influence inevitably permeated Korean culture long before that ban was lifted in 1998. But while the ban couldn't stop anime from reaching Korea unofficially, it did create a golden opportunity for the pioneers of their burgeoning animation industry to make a boatload of money by paying loving homage and absolutely no licensing fees or royalties to some of Japan's most popular IP. Gotcha Man, Mazinger, Golden Bat, but also he's Batman somehow. Macross, even though they called that movie Space Gundam V, but then also they did Gundam and that one's called Captain of Cosmos, or Johnny Destiny Space Ninja in America. It's very confusing and also pretty impressive considering they made that way back in 1979, well before the Japanese started knocking off Gundam. They had some real forward-thinking bootleggers over at Gyumyoung Film Production. Sadly, the same cannot be said for the attempted entrepreneurs at Production, who waited until 1994 to make their DBZ knockoff, Super Child, long after the Dragon Ball likes had started flooding Japan's manga market. That didn't stop them from making a decent chunk of change on the movie, and a little bit more when it was dubbed into English as Super Kid in 1996, but their grand plans to turn that success into a full-blown 52-episode TV franchise, which would have been a joint co-production between Korea, Japan, and Canada, were ultimately scuttled at the tail end of the decade, possibly by the untimely unbanning of all their Japanese competition. Or maybe they just watched it again and realized it sucks alien octopus sphincter. Why, yes! That was a disturbingly specific turn of phrase.
And now for my secret weapon. Now you will experience true evil.
I'm not gonna bury this lead any deeper. This is not a good movie. It's not even so bad it's good, though it is the kind of terrible I can see being very entertaining with the aid of something else that's banned in Korea. If you can't easily obliterate your sense of linear time and short-term memory, though, you will find yourself mighty bored with the constant stream of American cartoon making fun of anime noises coming out of all the characters, and the way that every other fight ends with the bad guy pretending to surrender, then sucker punching the hero as soon as he turns his back, but then all of his teeth fall out and they kick his butt anyway.
I'd have 2 nickels.
Which doesn't sound like a lot, but there's only 3 fights in the entire movie. Well, technically 4, but only because the super kids get bored and run off to start another one in the middle of facing the big bad. And I can't really blame him. Bro makes Frieza look like he knows what 5 minutes is.
Did he say super kids?
Korean Jesus, Walmart Bulma. Can you take it down a notch? But yes, I did say super kids. Plural. There's a whole super team of them, in fact, each one more copyright infringy than the last.
Yeah! This is great! I'm gonna interview the super kids and get the scoop of the century!
Their team name is a bit deceptive though, because only one of them's actually a kid, and not the one you'd think. Their leader, Great Value Goku, is in fact a 200-year-old alien man, which, yes, does absolutely mean that Meliodas' 7 deadly sins was inspired by this character. That's a 100% fact. The actual kid in the group is Big Boy, a South Korean middle schooler with a f***ed up pituitary gland who takes the role of the film's Kirkland Krillin, except, of course, without the original's most OP superpower of no nose. But he mostly makes up for that with his own dollar store power pole, plus 400 pounds of pure bulk.
A 13-year-old boy is 4 times as heavy as I am?
The squad also has a Piccolo at home, who kind of looks like a Namekian Lexington from Gargoyles.
Oh, he's kind of a creepy-looking alien, but I'd date him.
And if you think that's weird, wait till I tell you those last 2 clips set up the movie's main love triangle. Yes! With the 13-year-old boy. Speaking of sex offenders, they've also got their own alcoholic Master Roshi knockoff, who's only in the movie for like 10 minutes, plus a bootleg Yamcha who shows up for exactly 1 scene to threaten a cop with his sword.
This looks like the super kid's office to me. What's wrong? What did I do?
Based. But neither of them really does anything in the main fight. Instead, those first 3 are aided by 2 original characters, by which I mean I don't personally know who they're ripping off. This pilot guy with swoopy hair who's in charge of the Timu Mazinger the group flies around the galaxy in instead of a spaceship. And buddy, wait till you see what they do with that giant robot. And then there's Rockpile, the alien guy who's made of rocks and fights with rocks and has the personality of a rock. Oh, also an 11-year-old girl works as their secretary, and she's got her own profile page in the news database for some reason. But speaking of reasons, the one that this group of adults plus 1 really big kid has for going around fighting evil aliens isn't like a sense of duty to the people of Earth or a desire to fight stronger and stronger opponents or anything like that. It's because they want to be famous on television and get lots of reward money from the space police. They're pretty much all narcissistic assholes, especially Great Value Goku, who says, "Where's my money, bitch?" to everyone who asks them for help, uses his magic extendo staff to fucking saw reverse bear trap that 3-eyed Squidbilly guy, and later, when he finds out this different alien bad guy has a crippling insect phobia, he psychologically tortures him with it for an entire very uncomfortable minute before actually capturing him with his magic Arrest-A-Guy beam. And no, it does not redeem him when he donates all their reward money to an orphanage at the end of the movie, because it is very clear that he only did that to have an excuse to go hurt some more guys this month. Great Value Goku enjoys hurting people so much that as soon as they land on the planet that the space cops are paying them 200,000 space bucks to save from
one of the deadliest criminals in the entire universe. A criminal so ruthless that he sold his own family into slavery for a box of gold.
The first thing he does is find a random group of locals and laser one of them straight in the fucking face, or possibly nutsack, for no reason.
Well, what do you know? I guess they're harmless.
But that active sociopathy does inadvertently lead to them finding out the big bad has demanded the people of this planet sacrifice all their virgins to him or something, thus giving great value Goku a chance to do the cross-dressing trick that actual Goku used on Oolong that time. That big bad's name is Judogi, by the way. He looks like Hissler's Elephant joined up with the Frieza Force, and he's voiced by none other than Scott McNeil doing Dinobot with a mouthful of rocks.
Judogi, I'm placing you under arrest for crimes against the universe!
Of course, it's far too early in the movie for them to beat the big bad yet. Even though it took 40 minutes of this shit to get here, there's still an hour left. So even though Troll Doll Goku's hair goes Super Saiyan Guile, Judogi's able to tank all of their hits easily before flying off with a maniacal laugh and leaving them to deal with his sidekick.
This is Mayo. According to our information, he once worked as a space detective on Earth, but he turned his back on the law when his 10-year-old son was accidentally shot in a battle between the monster and the police.
Mayo! I was wondering when he'd show up. Mayo, get out of our way! This is official police business!
This is your last warning.
That was a warning shot? Yeah, he was definitely a cop. And while that's happening, Majin Heffalump comes back to kidnap Walmart Bulma.
Not good enough to eat.
Just for the record, you guys have no idea how much boredom we save you with these videos. Like, 30% of this movie's entire runtime is just guys making random noises like that. But speaking of random noises, after his boss is gone, we find out that Mayo is actually like a pretty nice guy who just happens to have resting villain face and a naturally evil laugh.
Soon I will leave this place, but I feel I must help you first. If my son were alive, he would have been your age. Good luck, Gokdari. I'll be watching.
He tells them that the space police captain is actually an evil alien in disguise who was planning to murder them and steal that gold chest Judogi sold his family into slavery for. A plot twist that keen-eyed viewers might have already picked up on from subtle clues throughout the film.
Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
So they decide to split up, with Gokdari and Rockpile doubling back to Space Police HQ to stop that guy from doing that stuff, while Kirkland Krillin and Wish Piccolo fly around the planet aimlessly looking for the fulcrum of their weird fucked up love triangle. The first group gets back just in time to stop the captain from murking the chief, causing him to reveal his true form, which isn't some kind of robot like you were probably expecting, what with the hand made of knives and all, but rather, some kind of demon carrot thing that talks like Yoshi doing a Donald Duck impression.
You are all that stands between me and control of the universe. Hang with the super kids out of the way. No one will stop me. Good riddance.
After Not Goku's done bullying that guy and sucking him into his magic stick, they fly back to catch up with their teammates, who, in the meantime, have managed to find Bargain Bin Bulma tied up in a cave next to a sleeping Judogi who's lying down in this puddle doing something that causes this fucked up space deer to get all wrinkly and keel over. I think he's sucking the life force out of the planet. Whatever, who cares? Of course, their buddies get back just in time to save Kirkland Krillin from getting Krillin, but not before he has a chance to win the love triangle by nobly sacrificing himself so the others can escape.
Come on, Judogi, let's see how tough you really are!
Oh, what a man!
Is that drool? He's 13, you nasty bitch! And after that, not a lot of plot happens, even though there's still 30 minutes of movie left. They do throw a bunch of special attacks at the guy and eventually cause Judogi to reveal his obligatory true form, which is this skinny tree twink dude covered in what I can only describe as gaping tree vaginas, who sounds like Dinobot without the mouth rocks now.
You are truly worthy opponents. I'm impressed, but the four of you don't stand a chance against the powers I possess. You'll never arrest me, so go home before I really get angry.
Also, the giant robot finally comes into play. That's it. That's all he does in the whole movie. The rest of them don't actually do any damage or accomplish anything either for like 20 straight minutes until Mayo comes back, still laughing evilly, by the way.
The Super Kids may be the galaxy's last hope of defeating a villain like you, and in memory of my son, I will do everything to help them.
Then yoinks out the magic bead that makes Judogi invincible.
Got it! Without this bead, you will be powerless against an attack.
My bead, my precious bead!
And then flies into space to destroy it and also explode himself.
This is for you, my son.
Wait, did we have some sort of relationship with him?
My energy bead, he destroyed it!
And that's kind of the whole fight right there. I mean, they do still have to punch him a bit more, and there's a few good special attacks in there, like when Judogi turns into a T-pose disco ball of doom. Or when Wish Piccolo gives him an electric titty twister. That's really just filling time until Temu Goku can get him with his magic Arrest-a-Guy beam. Then we get a couple minutes of, biggest air quotes I can fit in the green screen here, comedy, and the credits roll. So yeah, that was a bit of a bust. But luckily, that's not the only sick Dragon Ball scoop I've got lined up for this video. Because today, for the first time ever, it is my privilege to show you the exclusive sneak preview premiere of the new Hollywood live-action... Oh, I know where this is going.
We've got money, but you can't have it. So there. Then I'll send you to hell.
Another show!
You're not so bad. My bullets never miss.
Well, at least I didn't give those guys my credit card, so there's no way they can generate generational wealth today. Invest in Trump coin. Uh-oh. Dragon Ball, The Magic Begins is a 1991 Taiwanese B-movie about a boy named Monkey Boy on a legally distinct quest to collect the 7 magic dragon pearls with the help of his magic radar inventing lady pal, Sito. Great prop design on that radar, by the way. So much better than Evolution. As anyone familiar with the Pilaf saga can guess, they're joined along the way by a shape-shifting pig, Piggy, a notorious martial arts bandit with a flying, talking animal sidekick, Westwood and his amazing parrot, and of course everyone's favorite wise hermit sage who can't come within 50 feet of a school, Turtle Man. Also, there's this random little girl that sort of tags along with them who gets you thinking, hey kid, what are you doing out here with all these sex criminals? Where are your parents and or trustworthy neighbors? And the answer to that is they all got exploded. I know this looks like a slapdash, half-assed rehash of the Dragon Ball TV show with whatever Power Rangers costumes they could scrounge up, but this is actually a fairly faithful adaptation of the first Dragon Ball movie, Curse of the Blood Rubies, with whatever Power Rangers costumes they could scrounge up. That movie was a retelling of the Pilaf saga that replaced Pilaf's gang with slightly more intimidating villains. Also, it's where the little girl's from. And while these guys aren't super accurate to that either, if you know about the movie, you can at least see where the filmmakers were coming from.
The whole of the heaven and even the whole of the universe will be under my control.
My lord, so where are the other 5 pearls?
I have heard that deep inside of the forest, there lives a man by the name of Sparkle. Rumor has it that he possesses a 4-star dragon pearl.
The biggest departure from the source material is actually the fact that Mr. Sparkle is still alive, which is, come to think of it, the exact same change that Dragon Ball Evolution made to the story. And that film also started with a bunch of henchgoons blowing up a random village. Wait, holy crap. Did Fox knock off this knockoff? If they did, they should have copied their homework more closely, because Monkey Boy's slapstick wire fu training sequence with his granddad actually whips all kinds of ass.
Grandpa, I'll let you attack me. Hup, 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 hup. Come on. Hey, Grandpa, the sun'll come out soon.
Did you see how they physically broke that pot over that old man's head? They really don't make them like they used to, which makes it unfortunate that when they remastered this movie for HD, the creators pulled a Star Wars special edition and pumped the thing full of unnecessary CGI, replacing all those cute little spaceships on strings with leftover cutscene assets from some PS1 game, throwing fancy, not so fancy particle effects where once there was traditional animation, putting janky little 3D dragon guys inside all the pearls, and generally just sucking a lot of the handmade charm out of the original. But a good amount of that charm still remains, as we can see when Monkey Boy goes crocodile fishing for dinner.
Oh, here comes breakfast.
Soon you won't be laughing. Come on.
And thankfully, the dub is plenty entertaining no matter which version you watch.
Hey, out of the way, quickly! What do you think you're doing stopping my Jeep, huh? My God, she must be a witch. Huh? Open! My God, what's that? He's alive! It hurts! Stop, you won't run away! I'm not a witch, I'm a human being! You are? Haven't you ever seen a woman before? No, but it's strange. Why should your chest be bigger? Hey, can I take a look? Hey, you can't touch me! My grandpa said that too. He said a boy mustn't touch a girl. He said that those who do are called... rapists! That's right!
Oh, you know I'm using that clip again. Sadly, Monkey Boy's much-needed lesson on the birds and the bees and the rapists is cut short when Sito realizes the entire private army she saw rolling up in APCs earlier was probably also looking for the 4-star ball and may be about to kill his granddad. So they run on back, tragically just too late to see a pretty awesome wire fu shootout and the goons getting Grandpa with this Looney Tunes bullshit at the end.
Monkey boy!
Jason! Jason!
Grandpa! Grandpa! Where's Grandpa? Hey! Monkey boy!
But thankfully, they do catch up to the baddie, plus the other bad guys, just in time for a brief but intense car chase.
Wow, that blonde is so fierce!
Good.
Just look at all those excessive, extra endangering practical pyrotechnics. Now, this is the kind of movie you can't make anymore because of woke. Oh no, it's actually the kind of movie you can't make because of woke. Wait, no. In the original anime, Oolong turned into a big pig demon too. Sure, he was red there, but maybe they just didn't have any red body.
Granddad never mentioned that there were men as dark as this.
Okay, yeah, no, they knew what they were doing. Let's just fast forward until he turns into something that's not a hate crime and forget we ever... Wait, no! Roll it back!
Listen, this'll really open your eyes. Me.
Who's that?
All right, I'm going now.
Okay, you can keep going. You know, that CGI bat's actually making me rethink my whole anti-special edition stance. Like, yeah, the 2D cartoon bat in the original's pretty darn charming, but this shit right here is pure comedy. And if you think that's funny, wait till you see what they added to Monkey Boy's big fight with Westwood. The crazy thing is, that still looks better than X-Arm. Though, tragically, as funny as that bit is, they also CGI'd the hell out of Monkey Boy's power pole throughout the entire scene, and mixed in a bunch of other pointless digital effects that do nothing but distract from the fantastic wire work, practical scene destruction, and rock-solid choreography that otherwise make this an unironically great fight. Like, I straight up love how Monkey Boy tears out Westwood's hair and blows it away to taunt him. That's ice cold. And using the reflection off his sword to blind him and get a cheap shot in is such a Yamcha move. In fact, you wouldn't think it looking at the random Clint Eastwood parody thing he's got going, but this movie actually nails Yamcha's character, from his fierce rivalry with Goku right down to him being terrified of women.
Westwood. Wow, he's so good looking.
Huh?
What? You call that good looking? Ha! How about this? Come on, what'd you do that for? Westwood, can I become your friend?
What's wrong with him?
Even with the goofy costume change, I don't think a Dragon Ball fan could ask for a more accurate portrayal of this character. But there's another character who comes even closer to his manga counterpart, unfortunately. Look, I'm one of the first guys who will go to bat for Master Roshi. I see Toriyama's vision in taking the wise old hermit trope and making him just insanely lonely, and I think Roshi's shtick can actually be funny. In moderation, but more importantly, in animation. Much like Ed in Cowflix Netbop, Roshi is one of those characters you just never want to see done 100% accurately in live action. Watching a real adult man do cartoon wolf antics over a real 16-year-old girl, complete with CGI awooga eyes in the special edition, is just fucking weird.
Oh, my whole body is aching and itchy as well. Oh, it's itchy here and itchy there. Oh, I'm itchy all over for you.
Phrases! That's right!
And this shit goes on and on and on for one full third of the movie. When the scene in Curse of the Blood Rubies where they go to ask him for help, Yamcha tries to trick him into fighting them, and then Bulma gets Oolong to titty flash him for a Dragon Ball that the bad guys immediately steal, takes 8 minutes. The Kame House set is genuinely impressive, and when he's not hitting on teenagers, Turtle Man does actually have some pretty funny bits, like when he had a turtle head, like an actual turtle head for no apparent reason. Also when he argues with the Cloud, but they could have easily shaved like 10 entire minutes off this movie and lost nothing from this scene alone. That said, once it's done f***ing around at Kame House and gets around to f***ing up Kame House, Magic Begins does make pretty good use of its Roshi.
Jesus! How dare you blow up my house like that? Okay, I'll show you. Run away! Ah!
In fact, after he comes back from that, the bazooka only got his shirt, I guess, Turtle Man goes on to score the second highest kill count in the movie's finale.
Careful! Your number doesn't scare me. Oh, you're gonna die. Just watch the turtle shot.
And you'll never guess who comes in first.
Die!
Let's get the tree! Yeah!
That is really gonna mess up my power scaling. Huh. Guess the movie was woke. With all the henchgoons taken care of, it's finally time to confront King Horn, who in classic big bad fashion immediately trots out a hostage to trip our heroes up. Although he doesn't seem to fully grasp the concept.
Never mind, me go now.
So, if you want to keep the Dragon Pearl and he dies.
We'll help you, Grandpa!
Untie him quickly, come on.
I'm all right.
That monster! I'll kill him!
No, don't go. You're not good enough to fight with him.
God damn, he kicked him so hard he forgot his own grandson's name. But that's still not killing him, and realizing his mistake, King Horn swiftly sends a zombie army after that hostage he just released.
Let's go quickly!
Master, what do we do?
Let's go that way.
Okay.
Let's turn back.
Huh?
They stopped moving. Oh my goodness, they're coming at us again. Let's go!
But Monkey Boy's able to use his magic cloud to disrupt the spell, buying the old guy's precious time to hatch a desperate final gambit.
Hold on. Do you know where that devil's hidden the 6 pearls?
I suspect they're inside his stomach. Oh, Turtle. Are you thinking of getting this Dragon Pearl inside his stomach, too?
Right. When the 7 pearls meet, he'll explode.
I think I love this movie.
Boy, the magic pearl.
Yes, that's the dragon. Wow. Look at that.
You are all only granted one wish. So what do you wish for? You must tell me now.
Dragon, I want my home and my village restored. no more monsters, and bring back peace to us.
I see. Your wish is granted.
And with the day saved in the funniest way possible, the Ultimate HD Edition makes one last extremely compelling case for its own existence.
I have a wish.
Yes? What is it?
I want to challenge you to a fight.
Well, your wish is granted.
Also, as you just saw, that CGI dragon was just... Although, in the original cut, Shenron was a spasming yellow puppet in front of a green screen, which is damn near as funny, plus the fights are moderately better in that version, so really, pick your poison. And I would recommend picking one or the other for your next movie night, because this was a real fun time, and not just ironically. For all its flaws and borderline hate crimes, The Magic Begins is straight up the best live-action adaptation of Dragon Ball I think we'll ever get. An on-point pastiche of the campy kung fu movies, 80s action schlock, and Looney Tunes nonsense that inspired Toriyama's original manga to begin with. Authentically insane in a way that nothing with real investment behind it could ever possibly match. It blows Evolution completely out of the water with, at most, a 1/10 of its budget, and you can really see what a miracle that is if you look at the other live-action Dragon Ball bootleg, Fight Son Goku, Win Son Goku, which was made in Korea the year before. Yes, there are in fact 2 of these, and this one is based on the actual Pilaf saga this time. Surprisingly accurate to the lore, story, and character designs too. Bulma's fashion is consistently on point. This is the only live-action Dragon Ball thing where hoi poi capsules are a thing. Yamcha actually looks like Yamcha. Oolong's not in blackface, and they even got Poir in it. And maybe you're starting to see what I mean about the budget. Like, they really tried to squeeze as much of the anime as they possibly could into this, down to Chi-Chi, the Ox King, and the first time Roshi uses the Kamehameha, but pretty much all of the effects look like this. Kame House is literally a cardboard cutout on a beach. The Dragon Radar is just some kid's Game & Watch with the stickers still on it. Most of the dudes they fight are just dudes in Halloween costumes. Like, this is what passes for a pterodactyl, including a Power Ranger and a Saiyan for some reason. When Goku ki blasts a dude, they just stick some fireworks in a mannequin and knock it over. The entire finale is clearly a result of them like running out of money to do the Ozaru thing and just kind of making it up as they go along, with like dudes shooting bottle rockets back and forth in a minecart chase, and then this like random fight in a quarry where Oolong Kamehamehas Pilaf. The whole thing feels less like a proper movie and more like some friends trying to remake their favorite show with a camcorder and whatever they could scrape out of their couch cushions. Looking at IMDb, it's the only movie this director's ever made, and almost none of the actors have gone on to do anything else, except for Goku, who apparently grew up to play the mullet bully guy in season 1 of Squid Game. That's a bit of a mindfuck. It's not the kind of movie I'd ever recommend watching, but it's also not the kind of movie I really enjoy making fun of. Just feels like I'm punching down, you know? If you're in the mood for a very amateur fan film, like specifically if the idea of Mega 64's Dragon Ball in 5 minutes stretched out to nearly 2 hours sounds appealing to you, you might get a kick out of it, but otherwise, just go watch Magic Begins. I'm Geoff Thew. The AI of tomorrow is here today. Learn to turn prompts into millions a month for just $99.99. Also use code BASEMENT on GamerSupps.